This is Sabrine Matos, a growth marketer in Brazil, and she built a women's safety app called Plinq that lets women instantly run background checks on people in their lives using public criminal data. And in less than a year, it hit 40,000 users and $200,000 in revenue. And she's now negotiating multi-million-dollar government contracts. But Sabrine doesn't know how to code, but she did not let that stop her. Instead, she used Lovable to build out the entire app. And in this video, she breaks down her marketing playbook from building out a UGC army on TikTok to using quiz funnels that massively boosted conversions, and her advice for anyone building a product right now. Let's get into it. I am here with Sabrine, who's the founder of Plinq. You can introduce yourself, Sabrine.
Hello guys, I'm Sabrine, the founder of Plinq.
What is Plinq?
Plinq is, now we are a bedroom check platform for women. With just the name and cell phone, you can easily do a background check for whatever, like whatever you want to check. Or now we are a company who build technology to make the world safer for women, and we have different products. And now we started with the platform that we done in Lovable. So in 45 days, we did 3 versions of the platform like past year. So we are a really new company. We just have 6 months. And now has been like a crazy journey so far.
You achieved revenue very quickly, or like a lot of revenue pretty quickly.
We launched like in 1st or 2nd of June, and 3rd of June we just became viral on LinkedIn, and we got like a lot of users in the 2nd day of launch, paid and free users, but mostly paid. And now we have 30,000 users on the platform, and we are reaching like $300,000 in revenue. And like for this year, our expectation is get closer to $10 to $15 million in revenue. Not only with the app, we are building like other ventures here as well. But of course, for a company that don't have nearly puts sold, we've been growing in revenue and users like pretty fast. So it's really nice to see all of this happening.
So right now, what is like your monthly recurring revenue from users?
Yeah, what the thing is, our product, we don't have MRR because we only charge annually. We charge annually for a single search. So for example, if you want to use our platform, you're going to pay something like $5 for one search and something like $15 for annually. We're going to focus to sell the maximum that we can on license. And in this road, we're going to start to build the mobile app that in this app, we're going to focus on MRR. And of course, at the app, we're going to have a monthly payment and weekly. And then we're going to put annual as well. So like in 3 months, we're going to see a different vision from what we have right now.
So the current revenue is $200,000, but the projected is 50 million. Wow. And you're basing that off like current growth and I guess the market.
Not only because we are now working as well with the government. So we're going to do like the same platform that we have right now, but for some governments here in Brazil, because here each state, they have like the Secretary of Women, so the Commission of Defense of Women. So 2 of the biggest states here in Brazil, we are negotiate with them to do the same version that we have now, but from the states. And one contract of them is like $5 million, $6 million per year, and they are like 2 years contract. And we're going to build the same version that we have right now and using Lovable, but for the government. Like half of this income we expect from this contract, the other half from the app.
Functionality to government like agencies to be able to scan individuals.
We can build something like this, but more personalized for the state. So we went to reunions, we understood what they want, like more than background check. They want like another things inside the platform. We built the mockup on Lovable, and they saw like this first vision, and they're like, oh, this is amazing.
You know, how did you come up with the idea, or have you always been entrepreneurial?
Yeah, I started my first company. I was 16. I did a brand clothing because my mom and my dad, they have a clothing factory. and I had a brand called to clothing from t-shirts from like Justin Bieber, Demi Lovato, those type of things. And I did a lot of money. So I dropped off school at last year. Don't do this, but I did. And then I closed the store. I was 19 and I was like, what did I like the most? And I was like, oh, marketing. So I started to work as market consultant, like pure Google ads, started working with Facebook ads of a kind for small and medium business. And from that, I get into the startup world and started to understand like what is more about marketing, what about the growth and etc. And I've been working as growth marketer, head of marketer, analyst in startups for the past. And I met my co-founder in like 5 years ago in an agency that we worked together, and we have similar background as well. And when I had the idea, I came to him. I was like, "Hey, I'm planning to do this. This was April 2015." And I was like, "Hey, I'm planning to do this. What do you think?" And he was like, I think it's fine. We can do that. And we started to build Plinq. So we built like 3 versions in 4 to 5 days until we released it. Because back in the day, and of course, we know nothing of code. So back in the day, we faced a lot of problems that Lovable don't have now. So when we started to build this, and we release it for our friends in May to test, to understand if it's working or not, and release it to the public in June.
When did you come up with the idea?
March last year.
How did you launch it?
Yeah, we launched it first for our friends, like at our personal Instagram, etc. And then we launched it on LinkedIn, and then we start to gain a little of media attention, like things is starting to grow. People always ask me like, I don't believe that you can do something like really good and lovable, or really a thing that's reach a lot of people. And etc. I was like, hey, I did. So for example, in December, we had like a huge peak. We had like, I think, 1.1 million page views. Yeah, like you can build things that really work and people use every day. We have new users every day, like every day, almost. I would say like every 10 minutes we have a new user at the platform. So
And you're racing a round? You closed the round recently?
we're still finishing now to raise. Tom, the CEO of Lovable, he came as one of our investors, and this is of course is amazing for us because it's a sign of validation from what we've been doing so far. And we have another great investors here from Brazil at our cap table as well. And I'm planning that will be close soon. I have to close in February because we belong to the app.
And I suppose you're coding it or using any AI, because Lovable can't build mobile apps yet.
Yes, we are coding. Like when we understood that we need to code for this next app, we just brought the CTO for our company, and he's seeing this part, and I'm so glad because I don't like to code. I think like it was really great experience to build things in Lovable. I'm still building. Like past year, I feel I never use a product that evolves so fast like Lovable. It's insane.
What's the main source of traffic?
Now it's mostly TikTok and organic. And because we received like a lot of media attention, so we've been like on TV, on journals, like the biggest journals, the biggest TV, like actress that are extremely famous here in Brazil posted us. We have now a group of 10 girls that they bring post to top for us, like every day, like really every day. They post 1 video per day, and they have our link on bio, so people can buy to use the platform. And from the app launch, we're going to have like 60 girls posting every day directly to download the app.
And are you paying them like monthly? Or
Yes, we pay in monthly. Would be something like $150 per month, and we pay the chunk for each sale. And for the app, we're going to pay for amount of downloads.
do you run any ads?
We do. We run ads at Meta, at Google, and we're going to start to run at TikTok as well. But for us, like nothing compared to the price that we have for with UGC. Like the CPM is low, like everything is pretty low compared to UGC. So it's our main focus. And we say to our girls, hey, bring your friends. We can pay you a commission, like bring your friends, because we want the biggest, the most amount of could can be possible.
Like, let's say I've downloaded the app and I put in someone's name to see their info. How do you get that info? Is that like a secret? Or you mentioned the data was public, but do you have your own like scraper, or is there an API maybe that you're using? Or
We use a API from 3 different data providers.
I've heard some companies, what they do, they bring on a CTO and then they move away from Lovable and have the CTO program. But you guys are still in Lovable, right?
Yeah, it's going to be forever. And actually, all these things that we're going to do for the government, we're going to do is using Lovable as well. Yeah, and and actually we don't pay for hosting. Like the price that don't pay is everything there. And if everyone tries to do a DDoS something like that, we'll have to hit Lovable first. So I feel safe that we are inside the platform.
Do you have any advice for other people building apps on how they can think about going viral, maybe on TikTok or on other platform?
So what I say to people is look for things that they already established and think how we can do the same thing but easier or maybe cheaper. I don't know, but looking for things that exist. If I was do another app on B2C, for example, I want to focus on things that I can generate community, like this community sense. So like don't look for platforms like Lovable or others in TikTok, or I can build only dashboards or only like a single feature platform. No, like you can build a really complex and really nice schemes, and always look for what we have on the market, because the platform like evolved so much that the errors that I had in past year, they don't exist right now. Like the last update, it was like I think it was 71% less errors. So like it's just easier than ever to build something that is really robust, unlovables. And the chat comes with the full plan, so it's really important to use the chat. They will help you to build really fast unlockable, and to get viral. With TikTok right now, it's pretty easy. You find different formats and different things, and with that you take the best ads and put the best UGC ads and put like in paid ads on TikTok or in Meta as well. And the other thing is you have to understand that the public in TikTok, they can be your public, but the drive of attention is different. So what we did here, we built, of course, on Lovable, a quiz for TikTok. So we have like a specific landing page for TikTok that we don't use like anywhere else, because it's more, we saw that we have a pretty different conversion for our landing page and for this quiz landing page.
Are you using Lovable to build the quizzes, or is there a software?
I use Lovable because I created the first format. It's easy to iterate, to duplicate, to do different things. And it's pretty easy to build in Lovable.
What is there a future outlook? What's like the grand vision of Plinq?
So I think we're just going to build like a little better version for what we have for B2B clients, but it's not going to be our main focus. Our main focus is going to be B2C and B2B. So like our main vision is we're going to take over Latin America this year. We're going to do the internalization, if not the end of this year, maybe beginning of next year, for US, Europe, and etc.
Thank you so much for coming here and allowing me to interview you, Sabrine.
Thank you so much, Isaac. Thank you all the team for all the support that they always give to us.